In the studio with us now is our friend Bert Kreischer. Do you like this? You don't have to take your shirt off here. You can just relax and we can just talk like old friends. Well, hold on, your mic's on. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah, I actually came in. I was like, I'm going to reinvent my personality today.
Oh, is this a new guy?
Mellow Bert.
I saw
Mellow
you
Bert.
walking up the driveway by yourself with 2 coffees, and I go, who's this guy? This is old school Bert. I travel by myself, Kreischer.
I just started realizing, like I said to Pete this morning, he woke me up, and I was like, it's just Cowhead. I can just go by myself. And he was like, are you sure? You know, man, I get treated with such kid gloves these days.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to make decisions. It really kind of drives me nuts, but at the same time, it's probably good for me.
Do you still control your text? Because I'm 4 texts deep that you haven't responded to me, including one that I sent you, a really nice sentimental one, and I don't do that for anybody.
So
I sent you a night. You were away on vacation with your daughters somewhere and your wife, and I said, remember all those years that you used to worry that you were going to be a bad father and you didn't spend time with your kids. Now look what you get to do because of all your hard work. I sent you a nice. I am not nice to anybody. I don't even say I love you when I hang up the phone to anybody. I sent you a nice text. Nothing. Then 3 texts later. Nothing.
Okay, hold on. Not 3. Okay, yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's officially ranked.
That was when I was on Fully Loaded.
I don't know.
You know, it was when I was.
Yeah.
So Secret Time, I have someone that screens everything.
Even your text.
Yeah.
What if I wanted to text you and go, Bert?
I get them, but like I get so many texts that they get lost in the shuffle. So like, and I'll reply to people and not reply to them really.
Right.
Like I'll reply like yeah, and then not reply. And so I have someone that checks them.
Okay, all right.
I have someone that sends them.
Your guy that checks them didn't even respond to me.
It's not a guy.
Makes me very.
That was during Fully Loaded, and I was a mess.
Yeah,
I was a mess.
I did call you one day, and you answered the phone, and I was like, you were like, "Hey," I go, "Hey, what's wrong? Everything burnt out?" He goes, "No, you were just like, we were just really high last night,
dude." Fully Loaded was wake up and start drinking, and go do something fun, like go whitewater rafting or tubing or.
Yeah, you guys look like you had a lot of events.
We did
activities.
We did so much stuff. And then take a nap for an hour.
Yeah. And
then I would work out. But I also still had to work. Like I had to like set lineups and deal with like put out fires and stuff. Right. And then party all night long.
And then do it again.
And like, I mean, Joey Diaz dropped off 15 pounds of weed.
Really?
Joey Diaz dropped off mushrooms.
Ooh.
Like and also like, I had to deal with everyone on mushrooms because I'm also organizing the festival.
That was actually what you said when I called you. Like, we all did a bunch of mushrooms last night.
I was such a bad mistake. Joey delivered like what I would only call felonies worth of mushrooms. Like, I'm not even joking. So they come in chocolate bars, right? And it was like he was dropping off 6 little kids at our front door. Hey, can you keep me out of the streets, man?
Man.
So we dished out mushrooms. I was trying to get rid of them, thinking I was giving them to everyone at the party,
right?
Not realizing I'm giving them to everyone getting on a bus.
Yeah, to your people.
And so all of a sudden, we have 50 people getting on bus, everyone on mushrooms. 7 buses full of mushrooms.
That's crazy. I can't do that. I'd lose my mind.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Compared to the way we did them as kids, where you'd go out on what is Boy Scout Road and just wait for a cow field and just go jump a fence.
Go in there, yeah.
And then literally there used to be cows when like driving kind of where you are, not really, but like
all over 54.
On Dale Mabry, just past Gaither.
Yep.
On the corner there was
a pasture.
Huge pasture.
I remember that.
And we used to just jump that fence. If it rained and it was hot out and it was sunny, you'd go and you get mushrooms.
Yeah.
But you didn't know what you were getting. You just popped them in your mouth.
Right.
And you're like, let's hope this is fun. This could be a nightmare trip down the Ishtatukney. But now it's so measured. Joey has a chocolate bar. I got to give a shout out to Joey's weed. You can't get it here. But it's so good, and his mushrooms are so good.
Where does one buy Joey Coco Diaz merchandise?
Just text Joey, and he'll drop off 15 pounds. He does it to everyone. Because it's Joey, he likes the oomph. So he dropped off a duffel bag of marijuana.
Wow.
Like you see in the 80s when people go to prison.
Yeah.
It was so
people go to prison.
Everyone went through it.
Yeah.
Everyone. I'm talking like we have 10 comics on the festival. Every comic went and got like an ounce of weed to take to their bunk
Wow.
I mean, it was
Just
crazy.
enjoy themselves. Well, I mean, look, it's good to have an Uncle Joey if you
Dude.
got the guy.
I
Stories that come out of him are just the best. Like the stories from him, but like Segura telling the story about how Joey told him he gave him a 5 milligram, and it was 100 milligram. Like that, I got those stories from Ralphie, from everybody that knew him.
Dude, the best. I said that I have two of the best stories of Joey in my life. Okay, obviously. Number one, I get dosed by Ari.
Right.
And I get and I'm freaking out. I'm not cool with it. I know that everyone thinks I should be so cool with it.
No,
I wasn't cool with it. I wasn't cool with it. I'm having a hardcore panic attack. And I call my cousin Andrew, who is on the plane with me that night.
Yeah.
And so he comes over, and I call Joey, and Joey just goes, "What's up?" I said, "I just got dosed by Ari with Molly, and I'm kind of freaking out." And he's like, "I'll be there in 5."
Bringing an anti-Molly kit with him.
Joey
Put this
walks
in your
in.
ear.
Joey walks in to my back. He walks right to my house. "What's up, Mrs. K? Don't come back there. Grown man stuff's going on back there." Walks right up to Ari, and he goes, "What happened? Where is it?" And Ari pulls out the bag with whatever Molly's left. 2 hits of Molly.
Joey goes,
Joey
"All
eats,
right, I got
Joey
it."
eats
He
them.
does-
He eats them, and he goes, "We're all seeing the devil tonight, boys. Ain't no one dying. I'm dying first. If anyone's dying, I'll get there first. I'll introduce you." And he proceeds to tell. So now my freak out's gone because Joey just tripled whatever we just took.
Right.
And he sits with the sun sitting over his shoulders, telling me prison stories. And he's like, and just giving me stories of worst times he's done drugs.
Yeah.
And he didn't die.
Oh, that's so
And it
fun.
was the best. Now this is the best one. And and look, this is also podcasting, so I don't know how bad this is, but whatever. It's
That's
so
all right.
funny.
It is what it is.
Joey Diaz, we're having a really serious moment. I said, "Joey, what was prison like?" And Joey gets super pensive and goes, "Dog, if you think black people are allowed in movie theaters." I mean, I have so many. So,
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. I have so many stories of Joey because he was literally like we were neighbors, and so he would come over all the time. My daughters loved his daughter, so they'd watch his daughter. I mean, his daughter, I have so many great Joey stories. Like Christmas one year, I get way too drunk, and I go to the closet and I pass out and I do a little rally room, and I was a little rally room, and so I come back and I'm just coming back, and I'm like, I'm not done for the night.
Right.
So I jump in our pool. It's ice cold. I jump in our pool. Georgia jumps in the pool. Isla jumps in the pool. All of a sudden, all the kids jump in the pool. And Joey's daughter Mercy sees them, and you can see her eyes. And Joey's going, "Come on, be a savage. Be a savage. They're all in the pool. Show them you can swim. And you're Cuban. It's in your blood." She looks, runs up to the edge of the pool, takes off her pinky ring, holds it, goes, "Dad!" He grabs it. She jumps in the pool. She's like 5 years old. Dude, he is the best.
Oh, that is so great.
Yeah.
I used to hear all the stories about him going and taking to the park. He must be a good father.
We had we used to have this parade through our neighborhood every 4th of July. It started at the school and ended at the park.
Right.
And Joey he'd go straight to the park. He didn't do the parade. He'd go straight to the park, start smoking joints, and he'd just greet everyone as they walked in. and Isla would always be, "Dad, Uncle Joey's smoking marijuana." She had so many times, like he would just smoke openly. He didn't care. He is the best.
He told a story. I was thinking about this the other day. You know when some people say things to you, but I'm sure everybody talks to you, but you hear something. Sometimes things have a lot of impact.
Yeah.
Like Tom, my driver, said one of the saddest things to me.
I was about to say, if Tom Segura said something with impact.
No, not that Tom. Not that Tom.
I'm
My
dying
driver,
to hear
Tom. He said to me, he had a tragedy in his family, and he looked at me and he goes, "I'm never going to be able to retire." And I thought he just got the burden of all of these kids and grandkids and all that stuff, and it settled into him that he's never going to be able to have. His life has just changed. It was really a strong statement that he made. Ben Swig, who's been sober for 20 years or whatever, read that they were treating cancer patients with ecstasy or Molly or something like that, and he said he was such an addict that he kind of wished he had cancer for a second so he could take Molly again.
Oh.
Like that. I mean, how strong is that of a feeling? And Joey Diaz said one time that he was so addicted to this one drug that had to be warmed up that he used to go to people's houses and carry his own microwave in case they didn't have a microwave. Bro, I'm walking around, I'm going to carry my own microwave from building to building because I figured if I'm going to go get high. And then he goes, most of these junkies already hocked their microwave, so I had to bring my own microwave. Oh, it was the funniest thing ever.
He told me if you ever have a home invasion, grab a coat hanger. They don't see it coming. You'll be beating him for 5 minutes before he realizes what you're hitting him with. He is, it's funny. He's one of the few people that is better in person because you can explain him to someone.
Yeah.
You can explain him to someone, but then when they get a taste of him, they go, it's way like my first podcast is with my dad, Joey, and Tom.
Right.
And in it, Joey described what I can only say were just shy of hate crimes in his youth, and I had to edit so much of it out. My dad is a lawyer, so my dad's going, buddy,
can't hear this.
We can't put this on the thing. By law, I have to make a citizen's arrest. Joey is just, but it's like he is the best. Like out of all the people you meet, so like out of that whole posse, like if you meet Rogan, I think I love Joe.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna be let down. Because he's not the guy on the podcast.
Right.
Like, he's really intense.
I've met Joe before.
Yeah.
He's very intense.
Yeah. He makes eye contact.
Yeah.
Like, Joe is a real man, and I mean that not as a compliment or as a slam, but just a very real man.
Yeah.
He does not need to impress you. He does not need you to impress him.
Right.
He wants to shake your hand, make eye contact, and then on his own time, he will get to know you. Like, he's like a regular. He has not changed from celebrity. Celebrity hasn't changed him.
Yeah.
If you meet me, I'm a little bit much. Like you're like, wow, he gave me all of it, huh?
Getting the whole package.
If you meet Tom, you're like
underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed,
Yeah.
but slowly surprised throughout the evening. You'll be like, oh, he's just a slow build. Joey is everything.
From the second you meet him.
From the second you meet him.
He's hard to have on a regular radio show. I can tell
It's
you that.
impossible.
Yeah. He's we had him on one time and I was like, this is not working out well. Right? He would just okay, yeah, my bad.
I know I've told you the story about my dad and Joey on the flight together.
Yeah, dude. That's you want to tell? Please tell it. It's the funniest goddamn thing because of the way it rolls out.
Joey and my dad are leaving out of Tampa together. They're both coming to LA. It's an early flight. And so I get a call from my dad. He's like, you're picking me up, right? And I said, yeah. And he goes, hey, buddy, Joey D's on my flight. And I said, Dad, do not eat anything he gets. Because Joey's notorious for dosing people. On marijuana, where he goes, that's 100 milligrams. And so my dad goes, no, we're fine. He goes, I think I'm going to change seats so I can sit next to him. So I get to the airport. I'm waiting for my dad's coming down the escalator from Tampa, from the flight. And he's just shaking his head. I said, what's up? He said, well, rough flight. I said, bad turbulence? He goes, no, I was sitting next to an idiot. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, an idiot. Like I just am a man that didn't read the newspaper, didn't read a magazine, didn't check his text. He played video games the entire time.
It was Candy Crush.
He was playing Candy Crush the entire time.
For 4 hours.
Can you imagine a grown man? And he played Candy Crush when we went to the bathroom. Well, I asked if we could switch seats because I wanted to sit next to Joey. He wouldn't switch seats. But he played Candy Crush. Not that he had anything to do. He played Candy Crush. A grown man in first class who just played Candy Crush. I cannot imagine what kind of man, what he does for a living. And Joey Diaz is coming down the escalator laughing hysterically. I go, what's up, Joey? He goes, dog, your dad sat next to John Cena.
I still have that message where you left it on my voicemail. It's one of the funniest things ever. My dad's like, I know this guy's somebody because look at him, but all this guy did was play Candy Crush for 5 hours. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, I want to meet John Cena. I don't think he'd like me, but
also underwhelming.
Really?
I don't know. We can't tell if he likes us or not. Like, he's always nice to us, but then he blows us off a lot.
But that's I start to understand that because I know the dudes who blow off people now all the time.
Yeah, but it was like I was getting gas at the gas station. He pulled in and got gas and looked at each other and I go, hey, and he went just walked away. I was like, cool. You remember when you were on my? Forget about it. I didn't care. Joey, can we talk about last night or no? Get on this microphone. So
Is this
Yes,
your son,
this
Joey?
is my son, Joey. So we go to the tailgate last night. I said to Joey, hey, do you want to go to the tailgate with me? I'm going to go there, eat food at Grill and Provisions, and then, come back home and watch the game here. So Joey's like, all right, I'll go. Right? Man, it's turning on for him, for the love of God. So we leave here at about 3:30. I have to go pick up Pete and then go to the tailgate. I want to be there around 4. So Joey, we go to get in the car, and he's got like a little jelly square, and he goes, you want this? And I look at him, and he goes, it's just CDB. And I go,
CBD.
CBD.
Old man.
CDB's that really good pizza place up in
I
Fowler.
worked at CDB's.
So he's like, it's just CBD. So I go, all right, give it to me. So I take it, and we get in the car. I pick up Pete. We go to the tailgate. It's fine. About an hour into tailgate, I'm drinking waters, and I'm starting to feel like jittery, and I go, I think I'm getting dehydrated. Even the security guard almost passed out. He was so hot.
Really?
And I was standing in the sun, and I'm like, I'm getting the jitters. And then I look at him, and his eyes look like when Superman burns stuff with his eyes. He's watery and on fire, and I go, how many did you take? How many did you take?
3.
3. I took the last one, and I'm 250 pounds more than he is, and I'm like, I'm now to the point where I can't feel my knees anymore.
Oh my
and I
God.
go, yeah. And then, so now it's time to leave the tailgate, and I have to drive through people, and I don't really know that it's the drug that's hitting me. I think it's because I'm dehydrated and I don't have enough water. So we get in the car, and the cop moves the barrel, and I'm driving through this crowd of people, and all of a sudden, it's like I'm coming at the tunnel, and everything's getting darker and darker except for this circle, and I go, oh God, and I go, I have to pull over and let Pete drive, and I turn. And when I turn, I clip the median with my car, and I go, I just pulled right into the park and said, I didn't know. It hit me like when I was
How many
driving.
milligrams was it?
20.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's
a lot.
Yeah, it ruined me.
That's
Then
a lot.
When you take
You had 60.
when you take one hit of marijuana, technically,
Yeah.
that's 2 milligrams.
2.
That's 2. One hit of marijuana is, if you smoke a joint, probably you're getting 10 milligrams of marijuana
You ruined me.
For the whole joint.
for the whole
Yeah.
joint.
Now,
Like,
how do you know that, Bert?
who said that?
We don't hear anything.
No, I only know that because I was like hyper aware of dosing at a certain point because I wanted to eat edibles. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to like all edibles start at 5 milligrams.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much is that? And they're like, a couple hits of a joint, but it's 2 very solid hits of a joint. It's not like baby hits. So then I found 2.5 milligrams, which is really low. Like you don't
That's what
feel
I
it.
should have had.
And if you drink, you feel it. Like if you drink on it, you feel it. 2.5 milligrams are called socials, and they're amazing.
That's what I need.
They're
I need you
so
to be
nice.
I don't smoke. I don't do edibles. I don't
Yeah.
do anything. I just thought, oh, this will chill me out a little bit. Dude, Pete, I pulled over. Pete had to drive. I don't remember getting home from there. Then when we got home, we had to figure out what car goes where in the driveway because the Sprinter, and I just gave up. I just was like, I walked in the house and sat. Joey sat one chair,
I don't
sat the
think
other.
I heard him talk when
And we
got
just
home.
stared at each other. We were just like this for a while. And your mother's like, what's going on? I was like, Joey got me. I couldn't. And Amanda goes, are you going to go to bed? And I go, I can't. My knees don't work. I don't know what to do. I was just stuck sitting in a chair. I was really bad. And then the whole night, I kept having nightmares, just dreams that, because I drove for like 2 minutes before I realized I couldn't drive. And I just was so mad at myself in my dreams how irresponsible I was. And I was yelling at myself. I'm like, what's going on?
I
I'm the
got to be
worst
honest with you.
drug user ever.
Marijuana is such a fun drug when done correctly.
Correctly, yeah.
But when done incorrectly, it is worse than anything. It's worse. I'd rather overdrink and throw up.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, I'd rather overdrink and
At
throw
least
up.
you can get it out.
At least you can get it out. You
Yeah.
have to sit with it, and it takes, for whatever reason, the compounds in that marijuana mean it takes forever. Dude, what's the deal with marijuana in Florida?
What do you mean?
When's it going to be legal?
I don't know, but nobody pays attention now.
I know, but that's where the money is to be made.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
because we're watching now. All of a sudden, laws are showing up where they're like certain corporate. They're trying to corporatize marijuana.
Uh-huh.
So, like in Missouri, you can only grow weed in Missouri to sell it in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So I'm dying to see what the laws are going to be in Florida when they greenlight it here. That's going to be next
Well,
level.
we did a story not too long ago that they were going to start selling it at like 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but that's Delta 8.
Right, but you're talking about.
I don't want.
Yeah.
I'm no
Yeah,
offense.
no,
Delta
no.
8 is great. I know there's people that swear by it. It apparently takes out the jitters on marijuana.
could use that
But
right
like
now.
I haven't drank in I don't know. I'll tell you exactly how long I haven't drank in.
You haven't. I can't wait to hear what the next 12 hours.
52 days.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, I haven't drank in 52 days.
You can see it in your face.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Dude,